guys, Absolute Duelist here, coming at you with another One Piece video, and in today's One Piece video, we are giving you round 1 from the pre-release that I played this past weekend. Now, this is obviously going to be a pre-release game, so don't get us wrong if you do see different colors being mixed with different leaders, because the pre-release does actually allow you to use any colored character with the leader that you choose. I actually chose to play Kid for this pre-release, just because I personally feel he is the best leader that you could potentially play, and my first round opponent was actually on Rebecca, so it's going to be a very interesting game nonetheless. So let's go ahead and see how this game's going to go. Now, my Rebecca opponent goes first, and then they pass turn not having any time to play. I start off by playing a Sanji, a 1-drop Sanji, and we're going to see what he's going to do. So he goes ahead and plays a Chukka and passes. Very good, decent card, Chukka, especially with the VIVI leader. So we're on 4 Don now. We're going to put 1 onto our leader, swing 6 into him, getting rid of a 2k counter. Very good way to just deal with that, right? Like, there's not a lot of them in the pre-release unless you pulled tons. And we're gonna go ahead and play a I forgot his name. I forgot the guy's name. He's a free cost 5k though, which is very, very good. And yep, so he's going to go ahead and put 1 Don on the Chukka, swing and kill the Sanji, because Chukka can go ahead and decrease by 3k and kill a 0 power character. Then he plays a page 1. And I'm just trying to remember what the guy's name is now. Like, oh, that character's name is going to get me, and I'm going to see it. What's it? Senor Pink. It's Senor Pink. So we go ahead and swing with Senor Pink. He goes ahead and counters for 1. Us having 6 Don active low, we do have plays that we potentially make. So we're going to go ahead and it looks like put 2 Don, potentially. No, we're putting 1 Don onto the Kid. He do end up killing the Chukka. Then we go ahead and rest 5 to use the new Doflamingo event that can go ahead and rest a 5 cost or less character, or rest a character and then kill a 6 cost or less character. So very good event for 5 Dom. He goes ahead and plays a Randolph and swings for 5, and he wasn't able to swing with that because Rebecca's ability does allow him to rest 2 Don, draw a card, and give a character haste. So essentially that became a 7 cost character with Rush. So that's actually pretty good there as well. So we're going to go ahead and rest 5 ourselves, play a Zoro, decreasing the Randolph. Then we go ahead and put 3 Don onto our Kid and swing into his 5k Randolph, killing that on the spot. So not bad right now. We're very back and forth. Like, I'm killing almost every character he makes, because literally VIVI is a deck that can just constantly put out characters. But he's going to go ahead and play a 7-drop Big Mom that, well, Lin or Olin as it is, and give it rush but not swing with it, realizing that I would just go straight ahead and kill it. Like, we started getting to the point in this game where I literally just said, if you're going to play a character, I'm going to kill it. So yeah, we're going to swing 5 into his life. And it looks like he's debating countering. He does choose to counter, then we swing 6 into life as well. And then we're going to rest, I think that is 7 to go ahead and play the King, and then we keep 3 Don active. Okay, so we've got the Kid on the board, we've got the Zoro, we've got a King that also allowed us to draw a card, which is very nice overall. And let's see what the VIVI player is going to do here. So, looks like he's just looking at his hand, debating the best play. So he's going to swing with Olin into the Zoro, and we're just going to go ahead and counter it out with 2 cards, 2 1Ks, one being Olympus. And then he's going to go ahead and pay, it looks like he's got 6 Don, and he's going to play a Kuro, okay, and then he's going to rest 2 to go ahead and give the Kuro rush. Alright, and he's going to go ahead and put 2 to make it 10, and then we counter up to 6k. So we go ahead and count it up to 12 there, because that event actually allows us to count it pretty big. So we're on 10 Dom. He's got 2 pretty big characters on the board, so we've got to kind of deal with these now. Like, it looks like we're going to put a ton of Don onto potentially the Kid leader here. Like, maybe put tons of Don on the Kid leader, then swing into the Olin or the Kuro. If he wants to keep them alive, he's going to have to waste a ton of cards in hand. And we do just go ahead and put a ton of Don on. We swing into the Kuro, he lets that die, then we rest 3 Don to restand the Kid, and then we just swing into the Olin. Then we swing 8 into his life. Then we're probably going to swing, oh, he's got the event, so he's got the barrier event, which can trigger, go ahead and draw 2, discard 1, I believe. And we swing 6 into life as well. He chooses to counter it with a 2k, and then he passes turn. Okay, so what is he going to do? What's the VIVI player going to do here? Like, we've got 2 big characters on the board, we've got very big swings with this Kid right now, but he does have a lot of cards in hand, so potentially he could block her up, potentially he could put some characters down, maybe lower costing ones, to just go ahead build up a board so he can go out and start swinging. Or you can go ahead and play a bigger character, give it rush, and then just swing it into potentially the king or the Zoro, trying to clear out my board a bit. So he goes ahead and plays the 8-cost Luffy that has Banish, and he swings into the king for 8, and we go ahead and 2k counter that, not allowing the king to die, just so we can keep our big body on the board. So, let's see where this is going to go now. It looks like we put 3 onto the king, swinging into the Luffy. He does choose to counter out, keeping it alive. And what are we going to do? It looks like I'm doing some maths on the Don I have. Nope. We're maybe putting it onto the Zoro. And we do just put it all onto the Zoro to try and kill the Luffy. Then we swing 5 into face, decreasing his hand a bit. Very good for us. It's either decrease his hand or he has to take a life. Like, that's how this game is pretty much going to go right now for him. Okay. So he does choose to counter out with the 1. Getting rid of, I think that was number 7 or something. It's the 5-cost Animal Kingdom Ogre. So he goes ahead and pays 6 player Kuro, and then he's probably going to swing for 8 with that Captain Kuro. No, he's going to swing for 10 into the king. Do we choose to counter out though? So it looks like we're debating on it, looking at our hand. Okay, and we do choose to counter with 3 cards. Interesting choice on my part. Lots of cards gotten rid of just to keep that king alive. So, let's see what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and swing 10 into the Kuro. He's just going to let the Kuro die. And then we're going to go ahead and swing 7 into life. He does choose to take it. We swing 5 into life. Alright, he goes ahead and counters that. Then we're going to rest 7 to play another king, giving us another 8k body and a draw. That's very strong for us. Okay, so what are we going to do from this point then? Are we potentially going to swing more? Is the VIVI player going to play a big character? Like, right now, the VIVI player is in a pretty bad spot. Because, like, it looks like he's got events in hand to counter out with. But at the same time, he doesn't have any characters. He's only on 2 life. We can do 2 big swings with the kid next turn. And also swing for 2 8s and also a 6 respectively. So we're going to have to see what the VIVI player is going to do here. And the funny thing is, the VIVI player pulled 2 of the new Don from his packs, looking at it now. Like, he's got both of the new VIVI Don, which is actually kind of hilarious. So he goes ahead and plays 3 to go ahead and play a Kyros. I believe he has to trash a card, because that's a mandatory trigger effect. And then he rests 2, going ahead and giving the Kyros Rush. And then he could potentially just put that 5 Don onto the Kyros, swing into, like, the Zoro or the King, getting rid of that. Or he could try to swing into life. So he's going to go ahead and put 2 onto the Kyros. Swinging 7 into the Zoro. And I just let the Zoro die. Okay, interesting. We do only have 2 cards in hand, though. Yeah, I believe I was reading it at this point just to be sure. Because, like, when it comes down to new cards and being it's a pre-release, you don't actually know all the different rulings when it comes to different leaders sometimes, guys. Like, everybody's getting new to OP04 in the UK. So we're going to swing 8 into the VIVI. Okay. He goes ahead and counters out. We swing 9 into VIVI. Okay. Will he counter out of this? Because, like, he's only on 2 life. If he doesn't, he's going to be taking 2 11 shots to the face. Which is not going to be good for him. Okay. But he does have a decent chunk of cards in hand. Not enough to really stop the king, though. So what's the play on the kids, on the VIVI players' part? Like, where are they going to go? So it looks like it's just a really big debate. So he's going to go ahead and counter it out with a 6k counter. Then we're going to put a ton of Don onto our kid. We're going to swing for 10. Okay. Then we rest 3 to restand. Discarding a 4-cost Eustass. And then we swing again for another 10. Okay. And then it looks like we're going to pass here. Okay. VIVI player's turn now. Is there anything they can potentially do to make a comeback? Like, honestly, unless he drops like a ton of blockers, I don't really see him coming back. Because we've still got 4 life. We've got the 2 kings on the board. The VIVI player does have the Kyros, but I don't think that's going to be enough. Because this whole game, we've just been assaulting any character he put on the board, making sure that he doesn't have a lot of plays. Like, we've just been constantly controlling the board here and keeping our stuff alive at the same time. So, let's go ahead, see where this is going to go. Okay. So he's gonna put 8 into the king, and I just let it die. Interesting choice. He's gonna rest 4 to play a blocker. Okay. And then he passes turn with Freed on active. Alright. So let's go ahead and see where this is going to go. So we swing 8 into life. Hopefully getting through, because then we can guarantee that we can get through the blocker. He goes ahead and uses a 3k counter. So that should have hit. Because it's 8. Oh no, he discarded an extra card, I think? Because that was 8 into 5, I'm pretty sure. Unless he did discard another card. Yeah, he did discard another card. And he goes ahead and takes the final hit, and that is game, guys. So, yeah, that was a fun round 1. Honestly, it was fun playing against VIVI with Kid, I'm not gonna lie. Especially in the pre-release, where it's like, you don't know what you're gonna be expecting in the pre-release, where your opponent could have tons of events, your opponent could have tons of blockers that you didn't see, they could have tons of 2k counters where you just didn't pull them, they could pull really big costing characters. Like, it's a really interesting game in the pre-release to play One Piece as well. So, guys, we will see you guys in the next round of the One Piece pre-release games. So, see you in the next one, guys.